Hey guys. Okay. When I found out that we needed to present senior speeches, I began to consult with my family and friends about what I should talk about. Everyone unanimously said that I needed to write a speech about my immigration, about the war between Russia and Ukraine, about how for 2 years in a row I studied in 2 schools at the same time, and obviously about my weird accent. Indeed, I think it would be interesting to listen to such a spiel. However, to be honest, I am incredibly ashamed to say that I, as a Russian, was and still am impacted by the war. Unlike the Ukrainian people, I don't have concerns about today being the final time I see my parents, experiencing the warmth of the sun's rays, or worrying about where to find food to sustain myself. The awareness that I am to some extent connected to the suffering of these individuals and the realization that there is little I can do to assist them, aside from simply sharing an Instagram story, continues to weigh heavily on me. So I don't want this speech to be about my personal challenges or triumphs, about my immersion in a new culture and a new language, or about my hatred of the authoritarian regime in my home state. In this little speech, I just want to express my deep love and gratitude to my family members, whom I haven't seen for over 2.5 years. My dear brother, I can't say that before I considered you to be my main enemy, but I definitely didn't like you much. Remember how you called me a centipede, put rats in my backpack, and cut off my hair? Previously, it seemed to me that no person on this planet would irritate me as much as you. Only now do I understand how much I miss those moments when you were living next door to me, and I recognize that without you, I will never find genuine happiness. In 2022, after the beginning of the war in Ukraine, my brother moved to Israel, where he lived the following year, and we all know what happened next. Just as he was starting to establish himself in a new environment, forging his initial friendships and finding joy once more, he was abruptly confronted with fear, the imperative to conceal, and the return of the chilling sensation of hunger and cold. In one of our conversations on FaceTime, after the start of the war in Israel, he was especially dismal. I was certain that this was because he would now have to move again to a new place in another country. But I was astonished to learn that my brother was literally crying because he couldn't go to the military front and protect the Israelis because of his health problems. Throughout my upbringing, my parents constantly used my brother as a negative example, showing me what not to do. But today, all I desire is to hug this lover of rats and centipedes, express how immensely proud I am of him, and never part with him again. My dear grandmother and great-grandmother, nothing hurts me more than your question, maybe this year you can come back home and celebrate our birthdays with us in real life, not on FaceTime. I missed both of your anniversaries, I couldn't go to chemotherapy with you, and I haven't eaten your pancakes for more than 2 years. No words can convey the depth of my longing to be close to you again. Please forgive me for every moment spent elsewhere. I am grateful for your unwavering support and pride in me, even amidst the painful distance between us. My dear Dad, there is so much contradiction in this one word. I know that you think that all psychological problems can be solved simply by drinking water with electrolytes and going for a run, but unfortunately not a single water that I have ever tried can replace the time spent without you. I love you with all my heart and eagerly anticipate our next jog through a park in Moscow. How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Winnie the Pooh. Family is the most expensive gift that life has given me. No distance or time difference will ever separate people who truly love each other. Love for your relatives and friends is stronger than any war, any separation, and any obstacles. Soon I will see your smiles, not in the pictures. And that's what I believe. That's all.